lesson this week is called Free to Rest. We're on lesson 8. As we learned last week with Joseph's story, forgiveness is very important to our ability to find rest in God. There are times, though, when we are at the end of our rope, so to speak, just barely hanging on to any sense of peace and spiritual fulfillment. And it was those emotionally draining times that our Sabbath School lesson addressed this week. We examined 2 stories in the Bible to give us hope that we can overcome insurmountable obstacles in our search for rest in Christ. The first story was of the paralytic who was lowered on a blanket by his friends through the roof of a house where Jesus was preaching. This story is found in Mark chapter 2. So in this case, we find a man who was literally at the end of 4 ropes. His need for physical healing must have been quite obvious to those witnessing the event. But what surprised the crowd was that Jesus first told the man that his sins were forgiven. Jesus knew that having forgiveness was an even greater gift to the crippled man than his ability to walk. Without forgiveness and the spiritual healing it brings, none of us can enjoy long-lasting benefit from being healed physically. The other story was from the Old Testament and was about Elijah. After his dramatic and traumatic experience on Mount Carmel, he received a death threat from Queen Jezebel that sent him running for his life. You can read about this thrilling story in 1 Kings chapters 18 and 19. The tender way God dealt with his emotionally drained prophet gives us an example of the extent to which he comforts and heals our wounded and battle-worn spirits when we too are too tired to run away anymore from the trials that come our way. Next week, we'll discover a built-in way that God helps us find rest. We've had it all along, but many have forgotten to use it properly. So I'll see you next week. Until then, have a peaceful, restful, and healthy Sabbath this week.